I
course.
know you were introduced to me by who has become a good friend, Robert Cinapri. Now, his name is Cinapri.
Oh, he does the Italian flair on it.
So, he's already given up on getting people to say it the right way, but I'm going to say it the right way.
There you go.
Robert Cinapri introduced us. First off, it's very important, your network. How do you know Robert, and how did he end up introducing you to me?
Yeah, so I met Robert through the Exit Advisors Alliance, which is a local networking group in Tri-County area, Florida, South Florida, in Broward, Dade, Palm Beach. Mm-hmm. And Robert and I have actually never met in person.
Wow.
So I'm a newer member to the Exit Advisors Alliance, and I went through the contact list and I reached out to about a dozen people who I thought I would have a good professional connection with based on what they do and based on what I do. And I reached out to him and said, hey, let's set up a meeting. And we met on Zoom and hit it off. And then by the end of that meeting, he introduced me to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we sell high ticket offers.
Yeah.
Right? So, and all of our customers are of such. But since COVID, I've discovered that more and more high ticket purchasers are willing to do business sight unseen. And what
Absolutely.
I mean by that, we've never met in person. Have you discovered the same thing?
Absolutely. Not necessarily. Some of the stuff that I do, I have to get on site and get in the weeds with their businesses. But in terms of, at the very least, in terms of starting that process and networking, absolutely. I mean, the funny story with me and Rob was, when I initially reached out to him, it was right before the end of the year, and I said, why don't we link up? He said, sure, why don't we go out for coffee or something? Because he was in Florida at the time. Mm-hmm. And I said, I don't have 2.5 hours to kill to drive up to Delray Beach and do coffee. Why don't we do Zoom? And he said, I'm reserving my time in Florida for in-person meetings, so why don't we schedule something for when I'm back in Canada, and this just works for both of us. And it was like a perfect example of that little dance of being respectful of my own time and other people's time, and him doing the same. So we just connected on Zoom, and it was like we were sitting in front of each other.
Absolutely. So now we got the connection out of the way.
Yep.
Because same thing happened with Robert and I. I ended up meeting him in person, except I drove down from Jacksonville down to Boca. Yeah. And literally, he's Canadian, right?
Yep.
They've known for being ridiculously friendly. He invited me to stay at his place.
Phenomenal.
We had just met. So great guy. All right. So check this out. So